is
Torque
News.
Welcome to Torque News. On tonight's show, we have a story talking about the increasingly aggressive campaigns against manufacturers that are very appealing to teenagers.
Yeah, those Juuls are not a good thing for young kids to get into. One Juul pod contains 20 cigarettes of nicotine.
In the sports world today, baseball just finished up. While the NFL has been a big hit as of lately, and also has been very entertaining for viewers to watch. Let's send it out to Reed with sports.
Although some believe that the game is getting softer because the defenders can barely hit the quarterback, the league is working on revising this to keep the game enjoyable for the fans. Next on sports, we'll be talking about the biggest hit records that more than likely will never be broken in baseball. The first one is most career hits, and that is held by Pete Rose with 4,256. Another record that'll be tough to break is the biggest hits that left the park in 1 year, and that is 73 home runs by Barry Bonds of the San Francisco Giants in 2001. That's all for sports on today's Torque News. Back to you, Will.
Those are definitely some big hits in the sports world. Thank you, Reed. Over to my side guy, Martin, with the weather. Martin, tell him what it's going to do.
I go rain!
Thank you for the heads up. This day 10 years ago was a devastating day in Parkersburg, Iowa. Over to Logan with the story.
10 years ago, on this day, small town Parkersburg, Iowa was leveled by a massive tornado with a scale of EF5, marking the largest level of tornado. The 43-mile path across Butler and Black Hawk County killed 9 people, injuring dozens and causing several $1 million worth of destruction. But the community is thriving and not only rebuilding, but growing. A long-time standing citizen said, "Recovery to us was that we were bigger and better and more able to accomplish our goals. We owe it to those who lost their lives." This was definitely one of the biggest hits on Iowa and a day that many people will remember. This is Torque News. Now back to you, Will.
Today at 6 a.m., Saudi Arabia released that they will be sending fewer barrels on ships that are bound to the United States. Sending less oil to the United States means the price of oil will take a big hit to whoever wants to purchase oil, for the cost will be much greater. Donald Trump has been wanting the price of oil to decrease, but with Saudi Arabia limiting their shipments to the United States might mean that this might not be a foreseeable action. After the break, we have a story talking about the increasingly aggressive campaigns against manufacturers that are very appealing for teenagers.
Sunkist. Tasty oranges. Nicknamed the iPhone of e-cigarettes, Juuls were originally developed to help smokers quit smoking by giving them a way to satisfy their nicotine cravings. But once teens got a hold of them, they just could not stop. Apparently more than 3 million underage students are using e-cigarettes. How they got this data, I have no clue, but 1/3 of them saying that the flavors were a big factor in their choice. Kevin Burns, chief executive of Juul Labs, said, "Our intent was to never have youth use the Juul. He can say that now that they're a multi-billion-dollar company. Before the Juul was popular, no way he cared about who or what he sold it to, as he was making his money." The Juul company claims they are going to start restricting customers to 2 devices and 15 pod packages per month, and no more than 10 devices per year. Anyways, I'm Tom Napper from Torque News. Thank you.
These are the biggest hits on Torque News. We hope to see you again at 7.